I recently found these 3 pieces of clothing at the thrift for only $1 each. The second I saw them, I knew they had so much potential, but let's be honest, I would never actually wear them like this. So today I'm giving them all a makeover, especially this one. So let's see if I can actually pull this off and turn these into outfits I'd wear. Alright, so first up is this black and gray top that has been sitting in my project bin for about like 5 months. I genuinely don't know why, because I think this is super cute. At first, I thought I should make it into a halter top, but after trying it on, I think it'd be cuter as a dress. The best part is, a halter dress is actually super easy to make. I'm about to show you exactly how to do it. So I started by laying my shirt flat on the ground and cut the sleeves on both sides. Then I took it to my sewing machine, and I used a dress that already fitted me and pinned alongside it. If you're recreating, make sure your fabric stretches side to side or it will be way too small on you. And leave 1 to 2 inches for seam allowance, because it's always safer to make it too big than too small. After sewing both sides down, using a zigzag stitch, cut off the excess until it looked like this. Flipped it inside out and cut a straight line across the back so I could create my halter effect. Just tried it on. It's too short on the back, but it does look cute as a long halter top also. All that's left to do is shape the straps. I did accidentally cut this earlier. So I did just chop it off like this, and I'm gonna use lace for the straps. I had this thick lace, so I cut it in half to make it a little less bulky. Since it leaves a raw edge, I quickly sewed it down first so it wouldn't fray, and then I attached it along the neckline. And I'm actually kind of glad I messed up the neckline, because the lace made it so much cuter. You ready for the final reveal? Here it is. Lace neckline. Wait, I actually think this is so cute. Even if it's short, like, I'm still gonna wear it. Who's gonna tell me not to? I'm actually gonna love that I can wear it as a dress or a halter top. This is the back. Easy. Let's see what I can do with the next one. This is the second victim. As cute as it is, but it has so much potential. Now I can make it 100 times cuter. I'm thinking about making it into a dress again, but it's gonna look completely different than the last one. I cannot wait to get started. I feel like this is gonna turn out so cute. I'm thinking about cutting all the way across, and then I'm gonna use the sleeves, like the sparkly part, for the cups and the straps. I'm honestly just gonna go for it. This is what the waist piece looks like. If it's not long enough, I'll add ruffles at the bottom. And then for the cups, I only need to use 1 sleeve. I'm really just gonna cut right where the sleeve seam already is. Like so. I'm going to free cut how I want my cup to look. This is what it looks like. And then I left this long piece for the strap. So now I need to go put these in my sewing machine. Next, I laid the waist piece flat and used this failed tube top project. At least it ended up being useful for something. I just pinned along the sides and sewed right next to the pins with a zigzag stitch. Then I trimmed off the extra fabric and hemmed the top by folding the edge over and sewing along the fold. You can definitely pin this first, but I usually just freehand it and hope for the best. For the cups, I connected the straps together and hemmed both sides so they'd look a little cleaner. And then this happened. After recovering from that mini heart attack, I cut this white lace in half and sewed it on, pinned the cups onto the waist space where I wanted them, and sewed them together. Added some extra lace over the seam and finished it off with this little lace flower. This dress came out so cute, and it's not too short in the back either. And I also made a matching headband, which is actually just my lace. Let me know if you guys like this one or the last one better. I think I like this one more. And of course I saved this one for last. So I'm gonna go brainstorm and figure out what I want to do with this. And I'll see you tomorrow. I wanted to make a flowy halter top, so I cut it right below the zipper, took out the lining, and made the waist a little tighter for a more flattering shape. To finish it off, I grabbed a bunch of lace scraps from my old projects and started sewing them on wherever they look cute, and honestly, that ended up being the best part. I found these green triangle scraps from the fabric I used last video. Also used the ends of this cream fabric I found at the bins and hemmed it all together. And these orange scraps that I've had for so long but didn't know what to do with them. And I also did the same thing to my cups. Attached them, and then I used this little fake flower and I sewed it down in the middle to create this super cute fairy top. It's so cute. It took me the whole day to make, but I feel like it was worth it. I also used this leftover fabric to fold over my skirts. I think I'm gonna end up making it into another top. Let me know which thrift flip was your favorite. I proved in this video that the uglier the clothes, the uglier the clothing item, the better the thrift flip. Also, let me know what type of videos you guys want me to make next. Bye!